Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Shenplays. Welcome back to Plague Inc. We're going to get into game as a new plague type. As you can see by these gold biohazard symbols, we've done a lot of them on Brutal already. And these silver ones we have not done on Brutal. We've done them on Normal. So I had some requests on how to do a fungus. And let's hop in on fungus as Brutal. Metabolic jump I think is okay. You get more DNA from popping red bubbles, which is when you spread to a new nation. Darwinist for more mutations. Oh, well, kind of don't like that, actually. Not on a fungus, because we spread so slowly. Harder to cure. That might be nice. Can mutate transmissions, but easier to cure. Mutate abilities. No, none of these sound very good. Just go for the mimic. Make it harder to cure. Aquasite for spreading on water. Screamophile for small bonuses in every climate. And pathostasis. Do I want that? No, I think I'm gonna go for translation. I tried pathostasis and it's just not my thing. Not on the fungus. The fungus spreads so slowly that I would rather have translation so that we can always devolve mutations that we don't want. All right, let's go. And we always get a refund too, which is nice. Yes, and we are going to name our fungus the PewDiePlague. That was a good Twitch chat suggestion. And yeah, we're going to go for South Africa. We just did this, and we failed. We infected everyone in the world, but we failed. And I'm going to blame the failure entirely on my decision to switch to, or to switch away from translation. I think translation is the key here, so hopefully I'm right on that. And that's one of the gene abilities that you can choose. So the fungus type. Oh yes, mass panic over 3D printed robotic juicer. The fruit fucker 5000 or whatever it is. Cotton shortage inspires nudity. Okay, guess that means more infections. So the fungus type is quite unique. It spreads very, very, very slowly between nations. It spreads slowly over the air, it spreads slowly over boats, and it spreads slowly over borders. So you really have to rely on one of its abilities called Spore Burst. Releases a burst of plague spores into the air to infect a new country. However, it infects a country at random. So doing it early in the game is kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's useful. You just infect a random country. Doing it later in the game means you can hit those hard to reach places. But you know what? I'm going to go for an early spore burst. And I'm going to go for another early spore burst. I'm going to go for another early spore burst. And I'm going to go for another early spore burst. Because last time we tried this, it took a long time to spread out of South Africa. And I think it's going to be really important that we get to new nations quickly. Okay, we got to Japan and Colombia and the Philippines. PewDiePlague spreads to Central America. Oh, not Colombia, Central America. Good. Now the only downside here is we hit Japan, which has modern medicine. So we're going to have to get drugs 1, which is expensive, 15 points. All right. Come on, give me that 15 points so I can get drugs 1. There we go. Drugs 1. Then we're going to get water and air so that we can start spreading around. But just getting a larger base, I think, is important here. Getting more people infected is important here. Being able to move around a little bit is important. It does mean the spore burst later on will be a little more expensive, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Just want to make sure we get points quickly, consistently, and continue our progress. Okay, water 1. Next up would be air 1. Airplanes using sterilization filters. Okay, so this is important here. This means we can no longer spread by airplanes. We have to get air 1 before we can spread by airplanes. Completely blocks our spread by airplanes. But that's okay. We already have water 1, so we can still spread by water. And we're definitely going to be infecting a large number of people in places like the Philippines and Central America. That should skyrocket. Japan's going to be slower because Japan is modern medicine and all that kind of crap. So we will want drugs 2 for Japan. Let's go ahead and get air 1. That way we can use airplanes again. Yep, upgrade allows airplanes to be infected again. Good. It's still going to take a long time for us to spread out of South Africa. So that's why the spore burst is a useful thing. I'm glad that we got to the Americas because we can spread from Central America north and south a little easier. And I'm glad that we got to Japan because Japan typically has a lot of international flights. So you should see flights from Japan to the USA or to the UK or to France or wherever, to Saudi Arabia. You'll see flights from Japan all over the place. Wow, we're infecting pretty quickly. Yeah, the Philippines are going... Oh, we got to Brazil. Ah, nice. Good, 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 good. We got to Brazil. Was that a shipping route? It was. See the little red dotted lines on the map? Went from... where was it? South Africa. Yep. Nausea has mutated. Okay, well here's where having translation is nice, because we can get rid of that and get a refund of 2 DNA. Thank you for the refund of 2 DNA. So yeah, you can see the little red dots. A boat from, well, approximately Cape Town to approximately Rio. More transmissions, please. Water 2. Thank you much. What else going on? London Olympics mystery. Texas votes to ban guns. No way. Major intelligence leak stuns the world. Tensions in the Ukraine reach critical levels. Driver hospitalized after zombie highway incident. Flying Swoo doesn't come back from eating pork. Rusty Rake declared a deadly weapon. Okay. Rusty Rake is a deadly weapon. I'll take your word on that. Oh, okay. Central Africa seems to be infected. That's nice. And is that East Africa? Nope, that's Zimbabwe. Damn it. East Africa's got a huge population. There's East Africa. Nice. Doesn't have any ports or anything, but it has a huge population, so that's good. Okay, the Philippines is flooded. Japan is slowly getting up there. Central America's in the millions. Brazil's 50K. We got to Colombia and the Sudan. Fantastic. Keep spreading. Keep spreading. Just keep spreading. Just keep spreading. That's what he said? Ah, whatever. One more point, we can get air 2. Then we're going to go for drugs 2 and then cold tolerance. Oh, I saw that. A boat went from Central America to the UK. So let's get some cold tolerance right now. Very expensive, but whatever. We need it. Hey, we're in Mexico. Good times. We're in Peru. Okay. There goes Central Africa. Look at that. And there goes the USA. The infection rate's going to be pretty slow because of modern medicine and all that crap. Well, Japan's in 10,000, but still, it took Japan a long time. Japan is one of the first nations we infected. The UK is going to go a little more quickly than the USA. I'm not sure why that is. It just always does. Whatever. Alright, Air 2. Bingo. Onward. Tempted to go back to Darwinism. Because we have translation, getting Darwinism might be really nice. Darwinism gives you more random mutations. And with translation, we get 2 DNA refunds on every mutation that we say we don't want. I don't know. I mean, it's a decent combo. Basically what happened last time is we infected the whole world, but we didn't have enough DNA to actually kill the whole world. We couldn't get that total organ failure that we needed. So I'm going to try to hold back on my spending this time and see if we can rack up enough points to use to get that total organ failure. Well, all of South America is flooded with infection, but Bolivia still has nobody infected. Not a single soul. There we go. There's Bolivia. All in due time. Come on, UK. There's it. Canada. Good times. Cold 2, please. There we go. Indonesia, good times. Indonesia will flood really quickly because they don't have the modern medicine bonus. Australia will also be pretty quick because they are hot and dry, just like South Africa. And our disease, our plague, has bonuses for hot, dry environments. So we're going to do pretty well in Australia. New Zealand's another story because they're not hot and dry. Oh shoot, rashes. No, get rid of that. Give me that 2 DNA refund. Yeah. New Zealand's a different story. They've got the rich bonus. And really, to infect New Zealand effectively, you need drugs 2. But I'm going to try to not take drugs 2. I'm going to be patient. If we take drugs 2, which is very expensive, let me check the cost. 32 points. No. See, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. We needed those 32 points to get total organ failure. We couldn't afford it because of that. So I'm going to see if holding back on drugs 2 is going to be what we needed to win last time. I think it is. I think it will be. Drugs 2 means you infect places that are rich much more quickly. So Canada, the USA, New Zealand, Germany, places like that will infect more quickly with drugs 2. But I think we'll be okay. I hope we'll be okay. My goodness. Ooh, new aid program for poor countries. The UN has announced a new aid initiative for poor countries, making them less vulnerable to disease. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's Germany. Good times. Yeah, I'm just going to save up my points. Save up them points. Let the disease spread on its own. There's Madagascar. Nobody's going to shut any ports because no one's dying and there's no symptoms. There's Algeria and Afghanistan. Yeah, see, look at all the flights. We infected Indonesia from Japan. We infected Australia from Japan. And it looks like we infected the USA from Japan. So yeah, Japan, I like getting them early in any game because even though they have the drug resistance, they also have a bunch of flights, just like the UK. But the UK is a more difficult place to start because it also has cold. It also has the cold modifier, so you need cold resistance to actively infect the UK. Okay, get rid of insomnia. I do want insomnia, but it's too early for that. I don't want symptoms just yet because we haven't spread everywhere yet. Save up the points. Save up the points. I hope that's enough points. It should be enough points. Yeah, I have not tried this on Mega Brutal yet. Mega Brutal is, well, it's even more brutal than brutal. In fact, that probably would have been a better name for that difficulty. Instead of Mega Brutal, they should have just called it More Brutal Than Brutal. Hey, we're in New Zealand. Okay. So before we pull the trigger on killing people, New Zealand needs to flood. I want to see about 40% of New Zealand infected before we pull the trigger on lethality. Before then, we're just going to sit back, relax, remember the good times when we were playing on normal when it wasn't so tough, and pretend that this isn't brutal at all. It is brutal. Pretty tough. Yeah, fungus is an interesting type because you have that spore burst ability just to go anywhere you want. And it's pretty cheap. I mean, 8 points now. We've already used it 4 times and it's still only 8 points just to go anywhere we want. Well, not where you want, just to go to a new nation. So if, for instance, for some reason, if, let's say, Greenland closes their borders right now, we can still just spore burst and get there anyway. But they won't close their borders. There we go. So we're everywhere in Europe now. Good times. Baltic, Ukraine. Nope, we're not in Sweden yet. Come on, get to Sweden. Cysts. Give me that $2 refund. 2 DNA refund. Nice. Translation Plus can be so useful. And we're still not in New Guinea, surprisingly enough. Whatever. We'll let New Guinea survive. No, we won't. I'm surprised that Sweden's not infected, though. Iceland has flooded. Canada is flooding. New Zealand's going pretty... Actually, New Zealand's going pretty quickly. I'm surprised. Go New Zealand. There's the Caribbean. Good times. Yeah, we have a lot more points this time. Last time we went for bioaerosol and drugs too, which, I mean, we spread pretty quickly, but we ran out of points at the end of the game. So I'm going to try to avoid bioaerosol. I'm going to avoid drugs too and see if it works out for us. So far, so good. Yeah, look at this. Even with drugs 1, we still have the USA totally infected. New Zealand is going. It's just slow. And, well, if we see an infected ship go from Norway to Greenland, then we'll be done. So far, all the ships have been not infected. There goes Sweden and New Guinea. So yeah, the last nation in the world that's not infected, the last nation in the world is Greenland. We're just waiting on Greenland. Come on, Greenland. Come on, Greenland. Come on, Greenland. Scientists increase understanding of diarrhea. Scientists have had a breakthrough in their understanding of diarrhea and will be able to cure the disease more easily. Okay. Goodness. Oh. No news? Really? We've had no news in like 2 years? Yeah, the last news we had was December 16th, 2014. Texas bans to vote guns. We've had no news since then. How the hell do we go 2.5 years with no news? That doesn't make any sense. Oh well. And this 7,000 people dead was not from me. That was from, I don't know, an earthquake or something. We didn't do that. Totally not our fault. Okay, come on. 10% of Norway's infected. Send a disease ship to Greenland. I mean, at this point, I might just spore burst. This is annoying. Come on. Come on. He keeps sending ships over there, but they're not infected. He's 25% infected. Come on. Send a disease ship to Greenland. Send a disease ship to Greenland. You can do it, Norway. Damn you, Norway. How dare you defy me? He's more than half infected, and he's not sending any ships anymore. Send a ship. Oh, he sent an uninfected one. You mother... Stop sending uninfected ones. Come on, you're like 80% infected. Come on. Come on. Motherfucker. Anemia. Well... I do want anemia, but I don't think... I just can't risk it. I just can't risk it. I do want anemia, but I also want Greenland infected. Come on. Oh, come on, Norway. You are 100% infected. There is no way you can send a boat without infection. Come on. We have water too. And you're so infected, you bastard. He's not going to do it, is he? He's not going to do it. Oh, how dare you spite me, you son of a bitch. How come he's not sending ships anymore? Oh, he sent an uninfected one. Motherfucker. Well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing about fungi, is it's really difficult to spread. So I guess we're just going to spore burst. Oh, wait, I see a diseased one. Are you going to go to Greenland? Nope, he went to Britain. Damn it. All right, yeah, we're just going to spore burst. God damn it. All right, so 8 points. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Still, I didn't want to spend it, you know? I didn't want to spend it. All right, there goes Greenland. Spore bursted in. And we'll let them fill up a little bit. We could go for something like coughing, pneumonia, stuff like that, because that does increase infectivity. It'll help it spread through Greenland a little bit. Yeah, relax. Twitch chat's like, just spore, just spore. I know, we've already talked about that. Fungus is hard to get to the islands. Well, yeah, but we got to all the islands already. The only one we were missing was Greenland. And we do have cold too, and water too, so I kind of figured since Norway was 100% infected, that they might send an infected ship to Greenland. But they just refused to do it. They're like, no, I don't wanna. That's okay, though. We're gonna get them now. As soon as I hit that 10% marker, that's when we can start killing people. But not until then. We want that to be our golden position. Because you know what they did last time? Well, Greenland, we got about 2,000 people infected, and they bombed their cities. I kid you not, they bombed their infected cities. I'm like, wow, that's a pretty rough step to take there, Greenland. But it's okay, they have low population anyway. So we'll let them hit 10%, and then we'll start murderizing people. 8, 9, 4,000. There you go. All right. So, do we want beakers? We could spend points on beakers, but I think we're just going to go for killing people because dead people can't do any research. All right, so let's get... do I want to go the coughing route, or do I want to go... I think I'm going to go the insomnia route. I love the insomnia route. Directly up from insomnia is paranoia. It makes people unlikely to seek treatment from a doctor. And directly up from paranoia is inflammation. Directly up from there is paralysis, which is significantly harder to cure, and it can kill. Directly up from there is coma, which means people... Well, if you're in a coma, you can't work on the disease, and comas can kill as well. And then, of course, after coma comes total organ failure. But I don't want to get total organ failure just yet. I want to wait just a tiny bit. I want to get my anemia so we can get the Walking Dead symptom combo. Insomnia plus anemia equals Walking Dead. Means they work on the cure a little more slowly. I want to get hemophilia. Infectivity is increased. And I want to get internal hemorrhaging, which starts to kill people a little bit. And I want to get hemorrhagic shock, which kills people a little bit. But then we kind of have to make sure we have enough points for both of these. Hemorrhagic shock kills, I think it's about 10% boost, whereas total organ failure is like a 20% boost on lethality. And they cost about the same. So I think we're going to wait just a little bit. Let's get some killing going. We'll get a couple more points from killing people. There we go. Oh, A new minor disease is spreading. In a normal checkup, a doctor in West Africa has found a new disease which has been named PewDiePlague. It appears to be mostly harmless. Harmless. First death in Brazil. Uh-oh. Oh, we're killing 100,000 people already. Oh, PewDiePlague placed on the watch list. PewDiePlague has been placed on the World Health Organization watch list. Already dangerous. Governments are warned that it could become unstoppable. Damn right. Alright, now we can start getting some lethality. Alright, let's get total organ failure. And then hemorrhagic shock will be next. But we don't have enough points. We need 11 more points. Alright. Give me those points, baby. We'll get points from killing people, which is nice. 40 million dead. 50, 60, 70 million dead. Oh, yeah. Kill more. 150 million dead. 200 million dead. Oh, man. They're just killing so fast. PewDiePlague is killing fast. It sure as hell is. And everyone in the world is infected except Greenland. But Greenland's getting there. Well, there's our points. Hemorrhagic shock, baby. More death. Yeah. There we go. As long as Greenland fills up, we're good to go. Yeah, I think we're good. Look how many points we get from killing people. It's amazing. I think it's every 100 million people you get another point. Look at all those points flooding in. I love it. Alright, let's get necrosis as well. A little more infectivity. Let's get some coughing. Make sure that Greenland does finish getting infected. Yeah, it does. Everyone's infected, and the world's toast. Goodbye, world. Nice knowing you. 6 billion. 6.5 billion. They're dead. PewDiePlague gotcha. Anything else we want? I mean, we don't really. I was gonna go for a reshuffle to get a little better score by lowering the cure progress, but it doesn't matter that much. You don't have Asperger's? That's good to know. Hey, PewDiePlague set to destroy humanity. Oh shit, there's only 380 people left in the world. Where are they? They are in Norway and Iran. The last people in the world are living in Norway and Iran. And now they're dead. Goodbye, world. Goodbye. And that was Fungus on Brutal. Good times. PewDiePlague has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. And look at that time. 1,600 days. That is a long time. And that was just because we were trying to spread as far as possible. It's tough to spread as a fungus. It really is. But that's why they give you the spore burst ability. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. That was PewDiePlague killing the entire world. And I've been Shen. I'll see you next time. Have a good day.